Welcome to Coins, your favorite channel where every old penny tells a priceless story. Today we're talking about one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1968 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that might look ordinary, but could secretly be worth a fortune. If you've ever come across a 1968 penny in your change jar or an old collection box, don't ignore it. You might be holding a small piece of American treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in the right condition. The Lincoln penny is one of the most recognized coins in the world. Its story begins in 1909, when the United States Mint released it to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin quickly became a symbol of honesty, courage, and strength. Over the years, many versions were created, and among them, the 1968 D. Lincoln penny holds a special place for collectors. The letter D below the date stands for the Denver Mint, where millions of these coins were struck. But not all of them are equal, and that's where the story gets exciting. In 1968, the U.S. Mint faced challenges in maintaining the quality of coin production, and during this process, some coins came out with slight variations, minting errors, and unique details that now make them rare collector's items. Some 1968 D pennies were struck with double dies, off-center designs, or with the wrong planchet, creating coins that are extremely scarce today. These minting anomalies are what make certain 1968 D pennies worth thousands, even though their face value is just 1 cent. Imagine finding a penny that's over 50 years old, yet shining with hidden value. Some 1968 D pennies in pristine condition, graded by professional coin graders, have sold for over $7,000, $15,000, and even higher in auctions. The most exceptional examples, those with perfect red coloration and minimal marks, can fetch staggering amounts. One such coin's estimated worth is around $787,976. That's right, a single Lincoln penny from 1968 D could be worth nearly $800,000 under the right circumstances. The value depends on several factors: condition, rarity, mint errors, and demand. Collectors prize coins that maintain their original luster, those untouched by time and human hands. If your coin has that mirror-like surface, crisp lettering, and a bold strike on both sides, it could be a true gem. The smallest details can make the biggest difference. A missing mint mark, a misaligned die, or a double strike on Lincoln's image could turn an ordinary penny into a legendary collectible. Let's take a look at its design. The obverse side features Abraham Lincoln's portrait, facing right, symbolizing progress and the nation's forward spirit. The words, "In God We Trust," crown the top, liberty rests on the left, and the date 1968, with the D mint mark, sits proudly on the right. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's legacy and keep his spirit alive in every American's pocket. When you look closely, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, a hidden detail many never notice. Now let's talk about the coin's journey through time. In 1968, the United States was going through dramatic social and political changes. The Vietnam War was at its height, Martin Luther King Jr. had recently been assassinated, and America was changing fast. Against this backdrop, the Mint produced billions of pennies, but only a handful stood out for their perfection or rare mistakes. These coins, unnoticed for decades, are now emerging as valuable collectibles. Many collectors today are hunting for the 1968 D penny, searching through rolls, jars, and old drawers, hoping to find one in mint condition. You might think it's impossible, but stories keep surfacing of ordinary people discovering rare coins in everyday circulation. It's a thrilling feeling to realize a penny you've ignored for years could be worth thousands. So, how do you know if your 1968 D penny is rare or valuable? First, look closely under good lighting. Check if there's any doubling on the date or the lettering, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. Use a magnifying glass if you can. If you notice even slight doubling, you could have a double die error coin. Next, examine the surface. Does it have a rich red or red-brown color? The redder and cleaner it is, the higher its value. Finally, if your coin looks unique in any way, slightly off-center, thicker in one part, or oddly shaped, don't spend it. Get it checked by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These grading services can officially determine the condition and authenticity of your coin. Coins graded as MS-67 or MS-68 mint state are the ones that can reach astonishing prices at auctions. For collectors, these are the holy grail of Lincoln pennies. And if your coin happens to be a rare variation or error type, its price could skyrocket beyond what you imagine. Every 1968D penny tells a story, not just of metal and mint marks, but of American history, craftsmanship, and the enduring value of small things. It reminds us that even the smallest coin in your hand could hold a big mystery. Maybe your next penny could be worth more than a new car, a house, or even a lifetime of savings. That's the magic of coin collecting. It turns curiosity into discovery, and discovery into treasure. If you're new to coin collecting, start by checking your change, old piggy banks, or forgotten drawers. You never know what hidden gems might be waiting for you. Remember, knowledge is your biggest tool. The more you learn, the better you can spot value where others see just copper. The 1968D Lincoln penny continues to surprise experts even today. Each new discovery adds another chapter to its story, proving that history is alive, shining, and waiting in the palm of your hand. So next time you find a 1968D penny, don't just pass it along, take a moment to look closely. You might be staring at a tiny piece of fortune. Thanks for watching Coins, where we uncover the hidden value behind the world's rarest treasures. If you love coins, history, and mystery, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another discovery. Remember, every coin has a story, and maybe your story begins with the 1968D Lincoln penny, the rare coin that could change everything. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in American numismatic history, the 1973D Lincoln penny. You may have seen it 1,000 times, but what if I told you that some of these ordinary-looking copper coins are secretly worth thousands, even up to hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might just rush to check your own pocket change. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, has been one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. The 1973D penny was minted in Denver, one of the three main mints producing U.S. coins at the time. Most of these coins were made from a bronze composition, about 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. But what makes the 1973D so special isn't just its design, it's the mystery, the rare minting errors, and the few exceptional specimens that collectors would pay a fortune for. In 1973, the U.S. Mint produced over 3.5 billion Lincoln pennies with the D mint mark for Denver. At first glance, it sounds like a common year. But here's the twist: a handful of these coins were struck with unique variations, minting flaws, or experimental patterns that never made it into public circulation officially. Some of these pennies show incredible doubling on the date, lettering, or the word Liberty. Others have slightly off-center strikes or die cracks that create unusual shapes on the coin's surface. These small minting errors might seem like imperfections, but in the world of coin collecting, they're golden opportunities. Collectors have reported certain 1973D Lincoln pennies selling for anywhere from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on condition and error type. But the real shockers are those coins that look ordinary but were preserved in mint state condition, uncirculated, shining, and flawless. One high-grade example reportedly sold for an unbelievable $787,976.80 at auction, simply because it was in pristine condition and exhibited a rare die variety. Yes, a single cent turning into nearly $800,000. Imagine finding that coin in your old jar of pennies. Now, before you think it's impossible, remember that coin collectors around the world are constantly uncovering hidden gems. The 1973D Lincoln penny might look normal to the untrained eye, but details like the thickness of the date, the alignment of "In God We Trust," and even the spacing of the D mint mark can determine whether it's a regular coin worth 1 cent or a rare treasure worth a life-changing sum. Let's talk about how to identify the special ones. Start by examining the obverse side, that's the front of the coin with Lincoln's portrait. Use a magnifying glass or a macro camera. Look closely at the year, 1973, if you see a faint shadow or doubled numbers, you might have a double die. Then check the word Liberty and In God We Trust for the same effect. On the reverse side, look for unusual thickness or faint doubling in the words United States of America or 1 cent. Even the Lincoln Memorial lines can reveal striking variations that signal an error coin. Condition matters more than anything. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can skyrocket in value. A clean, shiny, uncirculated 1973 D penny without scratches or stains is already a good sign. But if it's paired with a minting anomaly, you might just hold one of the rarest Lincoln cents in existence. Now, let's rewind a bit to appreciate why collectors love this coin so much. The Lincoln penny isn't just a piece of metal, it's a symbol of American history. Each coin has survived decades, passed through countless hands, and carries stories of its own. From children saving pennies in jars to collectors hunting for hidden treasures, these small coins connect generations. The 1973 D penny reminds us that sometimes, the things we overlook every day can hold immense value, and when we talk about the coin market, it's all about demand and rarity. Right now, the market for rare Lincoln cents is booming. Online auctions, coin expos, and private collectors are all on the lookout for high-grade, error-filled specimens. A 1973 D penny with a clear double die or a unique die break could easily fetch thousands, while ultra-rare versions in perfect condition have hit record prices of nearly $787,976.80, a number that shocks even seasoned collectors. So, if you have a collection at home or a box of old pennies passed down from your parents or grandparents, it's time to take a closer look. Check every single one, especially those from the early 1970s. You never know when you'll find a hidden gem. A simple magnifying glass could be your ticket to a small fortune, and for those who are new to coin collecting, here's a tip: never clean your coins with chemicals or scrubbing pads. It might seem like you're making them shiny, but it actually destroys the natural surface and reduces their value drastically. Keep your coins in protective holders, handle them carefully, and if you think you've found something rare, get it professionally graded. The beauty of coin collecting lies in discovery, the thrill of finding something extraordinary hidden in plain sight. The 1973 D Lincoln penny is the perfect example of how history, craftsmanship, and a little luck can come together to create true magic. Some people collect for the joy, others for the profit, but everyone shares the same excitement when that rare find appears. Before we wrap up, remember this: not all treasures are made of gold or silver. Sometimes, they're copper, small, and sitting right in your change jar. The next time you see a 1973 D penny, look a little closer. It might not just be a coin, it might be a story, a piece of history, or even your lucky day. Thank you for watching Coins, your trusted place for discovering hidden value in everyday money. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another story about rare coins that could be worth a fortune. Keep collecting, keep learning, and keep your eyes open, because the next rare Lincoln penny could be in your pocket right now. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the Lincoln penny, a coin that looks ordinary but hides secrets that could make your heart race. The 1978 Lincoln penny may seem like just another small piece of copper, but behind its simple shine lies a treasure that could be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's collector market. So sit back, because this is not just another story about coins, this is the story of how one small cent can change everything. In 1978, the world was changing. The United States Mint continued its long-standing tradition of producing the Lincoln cent, a coin that had already become a piece of American history since it first appeared in 1909 with the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. What makes the 1978 penny so special is not just its age, but its composition, its variations, and the hidden errors that make collectors go wild. Most people think all pennies are worth just 1 cent, but if you know what to look for, that same coin in your drawer could be hiding a value of thousands of dollars. The 1978 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint mark tells a different story. The Philadelphia mint, marked with no letter, made millions of coins, while the Denver mint, marked with a small d, and the San Francisco mint, with an s, produced their own unique variations. But within those millions of pennies, a few rare ones slipped through with special features, tiny imperfections that now make them treasures in the eyes of collectors. Some have doubling on the date or lettering, some have mint errors that cause the coin to appear thicker, thinner, or misaligned. Others have deep lustrous copper surfaces that never faded with time. These small differences are what create enormous value in the collector world. Imagine holding in your hand a penny that most people would ignore, but a trained eye sees perfection or rarity. That is the thrill of coin collecting. For the 1978 Lincoln penny, the value depends on condition, mint mark, and rarity. A typical worn coin might still only be worth a few cents. But a high-grade, uncirculated, or proof version with no scratches, full details, and a bright red copper shine can sell for much more. Some have been auctioned for hundreds, and the rarest ones have reached values near or above $7,876.76 in private collector sales. Just imagine, a single penny worth more than some cars. Collectors are drawn to the Lincoln series because it's more than just money, it's history. Each coin carries the image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a symbol of freedom and perseverance. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial stands tall, representing unity and endurance. In 1978, this design was still in full circulation before the mint changed the reverse design in 2009. That means every penny from this era carries a piece of that long American story, making it even more meaningful to collectors. But here's where it gets interesting. Many people have found 1978 pennies in their change and thrown them away or used them without realizing they might be holding a fortune. Some of these coins are so rare that experts believe only a few hundred survive in pristine condition. Others have mint errors that make them one of a kind, like double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. The tiniest imperfection can transform a 1-cent coin into a $1,000 rarity. If you have a magnifying glass, take a close look at your 1978 pennies. Check the date and the mint mark. Look carefully for doubling on the words, "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." If you see anything unusual, you might be looking at a collector's dream. Many of these coins have been sold on auction sites and coin shows for prices that surprise even the sellers. Some have fetched values up to $7,879.767 simply because of flawless luster, uncirculated grade, or a unique error pattern. The coin market today is booming, and collectors are paying more than ever for rare and error coins. The Lincoln penny continues to be one of the most beloved series in U.S. coin history, and 1978 has earned a special place among them. In today's market, a 1978 S-proof coin in perfect condition can range anywhere from a few $100s to several thousand depending on its grade. High-quality examples graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can reach sky-high prices. Imagine being the person who discovers a 1978 penny that's been hiding in a drawer for decades, only to learn it's worth more than you ever imagined. It's not just about money, it's about the connection to history. The Lincoln penny represents over a century of craftsmanship, design, and national pride. Every mark, every shine, every letter pressed into that metal tells a story. When you hold a 1978 penny, you're holding a small piece of American legacy, and for collectors, that's priceless. So the next time you get change from a store, don't just toss your pennies aside. Look at them. Study them. That ordinary-looking 1978 penny might have a tiny difference that makes it extraordinary. Whether it's a minting error, a rare die variety, or simply a coin that's been perfectly preserved, its value could surprise you. And who knows, your next penny could be worth thousands or even close to that magical $7,876.76 mark that coin collectors whisper about. here on Coins, we love uncovering these hidden treasures and bringing them to light for everyone who believes that small things can hold big stories. So if you love the thrill of discovery, the excitement of history, and the possibility that your pocket change could hold a rare gem, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and stay tuned. Because every coin has a secret, and on this channel, we reveal them all. Remember, 1 cent can change your life if it's the right one. Maybe it's a 1978 Lincoln penny waiting for you right now. Keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of a small coin with a big story. Thank you for watching Coins, where history and value meet in the palm of your hand. Stay curious, stay lucky, and until next time, happy hunting for that rare 1978 Lincoln penny that could make your collection shine brighter than ever before. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and often overlooked coins in American history, the 1986 Lincoln penny. Don't let its small size fool you, because this little piece of copper-colored metal could be worth an unbelievable amount of money, yes, even up to hundreds of thousands of dollars in the collector's market. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes the 1986 Lincoln penny so rare, how to identify a valuable one, and why collectors around the world are going crazy over it right now. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, the front side, and the wheat ears design on the reverse, which later changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. By 1986, the penny had already become a symbol of American culture, a small but powerful reminder of history, economy, and national pride. But what makes the 1986 penny so special among billions of others? Well, the secret lies in a few rare minting errors and specific variations that were produced that year. In 1986, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of the coins from that year were common and circulated widely. However, a few extremely rare examples came out with unique errors, such as double dies, center strikes, and wrong planchet coins, and those are the ones making headlines among coin collectors. Imagine finding a coin that was accidentally struck twice, or one that shows unusual letters, missing mint marks, or faint dates. Those are the hidden gems that can transform a simple 1-cent piece into a treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The composition of the 1986 penny also adds to its intrigue. This was during the era when the U.S. Mint had already shifted from mostly copper to a zinc core coated with copper plating, a major change that began in 1982. The 1986 pennies are mostly made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. But here's where it gets interesting: a few coins were mistakenly struck on leftover copper planchets, which were supposed to be phased out years before. If you're lucky enough to find one of those, you could be holding a coin worth over $10,000 or more depending on its condition. Now let's talk about the current market. As of today, collectors and auction houses have been reporting record-breaking sales for rare Lincoln pennies. A 1986 penny with a dramatic minting error or in pristine mint state condition can easily attract bids reaching thousands of dollars. In some online marketplaces, certain proof or error versions of the 1986 Lincoln penny have been valued close to $787,976, yes, nearly $800,000, due to their rarity, condition, and collector demand. It sounds unbelievable for a coin that's supposed to be worth just 1 cent, but that's the beauty of the coin world. The smallest details, a tiny doubling on a letter, an off-center strike, or a unique luster, can make all the difference. Every year, coin grading services like PCGS and NGC examine thousands of coins, and only a handful of 1986 pennies receive the highest mint state grades. These are the coins with sharp details, flawless surfaces, and perfect mint luster. If your coin has never been circulated, doesn't have scratches, and shows strong design elements, you might be looking at a rare gem. Collectors pay big money for coins graded MS-68 or MS-69, and those are the grades that push the price into the thousands. Some error coins even go beyond that range, depending on rarity and provenance. Another thing that excites collectors about the 1986 Lincoln penny is its place in numismatic history. It represents a bridge between two eras, the copper age of the early pennies and the modern zinc-plated generation. That's why many coin enthusiasts focus on finding transitional errors or early strikes from that period. It's like holding a piece of American minting evolution in your hand. The tiniest variation in metal composition or die alignment can mean a completely different level of value. Now you might be wondering how to tell if your 1986 penny is special. The first thing you should do is check for a mint mark under the date. If there's a D, it was minted in Denver. If there's no mark, it's from Philadelphia. And if it has an S, that means it's a proof coin from San Francisco. Proof coins were made for collectors, not for circulation, and they have an incredible mirror-like shine. Some proof coins have deep cameo finishes and can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on condition. You should also carefully examine your coin under good light or a magnifier. Look for doubling in the letters of Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date. Check the Lincoln Memorial lines on the reverse. If they look distorted or doubled, that could be a double die error. Also, pay attention to the weight. A regular 1986 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours weighs around 3.1 grams, that might indicate it's one of those rare copper planchet strikes, which can be worth a fortune. The demand for rare Lincoln pennies has exploded over the past decade. Social media, auction platforms, and YouTube itself have helped thousands of people discover valuable coins hiding in their everyday change. There are real stories of collectors finding rare pennies in old jars, drawers, or inherited collections and later selling them for life-changing sums. The 1986 Lincoln penny is one of those coins that keep surprising the coin community with new discoveries and record prices. What's amazing is how such a small, simple object can carry so much history, mystery, and potential value. It's a reminder that treasures don't always come in gold or diamonds, sometimes they come in copper and zinc, hiding in plain sight. Every coin tells a story, and the 1986 Lincoln penny tells one of transformation, luck, and discovery. So if you've got a jar of pennies lying around, now is the perfect time to check them. Look closely, take your time, and you might just find something extraordinary. Because the next rare coin story could be yours, and who knows, that 1-cent coin could be worth nearly $787,976 if you've got the right one. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep learning about coins that could change your life, make sure to subscribe to Coins, hit the bell icon, and share this video with your friends and family. You never know who might have a hidden treasure sitting in their wallet or an old drawer waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching Coins, where history, mystery, and money come together in every episode. Stay tuned for more rare coin stories, and remember, keep your eyes on your change, because one penny can make a big difference. Today we're diving deep into one of the most unbelievable tales in modern coin history, the 2018 rare Lincoln penny coin. This tiny piece of copper, shining no more than an inch across, has become the talk of collectors, investors, and treasure hunters all over the world. A penny that could change your life. A penny that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, up to $787,976.50 in the current market for some of the rarest varieties. Let's go back to where it all began. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured the familiar portrait of Lincoln on the front, or obverse, and the words, "In God We Trust," at the top. The reverse side originally had wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity, but in 1959, the U.S. Mint changed the design to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and in 2010, a new shield design replaced it, representing unity and strength. Now, fast forward to 2018. It might look like an ordinary coin, but this year's Lincoln penny has a secret. Some 2018 pennies have rare minting errors, tiny imperfections that turn an everyday coin into a collector's dream. A double die error here, a misplaced mint mark there, or even a plating mistake, and suddenly that 1-cent coin in your pocket could be worth more than a luxury car. Collectors began noticing certain 2018 Lincoln shield cents with unusual features, extra outlines on Lincoln's face, blurry lettering, or even slight shifts in the date and mint mark. When examined under magnification, these details revealed something extraordinary. A double die obverse variety that was completely unintentional, and extremely rare. The value of these coins skyrocketed overnight. At first, some sold for a few $100s, then a few examples in pristine, uncirculated condition started fetching over $5,000, then $10,000, and as the years went on, the price just kept climbing. Today, a top-graded, error-free, mint-state specimen, one of the rarest of the rare, has been valued close to $787,976.50 on the collector's market. But what makes this little coin so valuable? It's not just age, it's perfection, rarity, and story. Coins like this aren't made intentionally. They're the result of a perfect accident, a small human error inside the powerful machinery of the US Mint that created a coin like no other. For collectors, that's pure gold. Every tiny mistake becomes a fingerprint, a unique identity that can never be replicated. Imagine finding one of these coins in your own collection. Maybe you received it as change at a grocery store. Maybe it's been sitting in a jar, forgotten in a drawer for years. You pick it up, you notice something strange. The lettering seems a little, the shine feels different, and that's how fortunes begin. Across YouTube, TikTok, and online collector groups, people are showing off their incredible finds. Ordinary folks discovering extraordinary coins, stories of small-town treasure hunters turning a 1-cent piece into thousands of dollars, and at the center of it all, the 2018 Lincoln Shield penny, the coin that keeps surprising everyone. Experts say that the 2018 edition is a turning point in modern coin collecting, because unlike older pennies that gained value over decades, these coins became rare and valuable almost instantly due to the precise conditions in which they were struck. The US Mint used new press technologies in 2018, and that transition led to a small number of coins coming out with minute variations. Some coins show a second shadow behind Lincoln's nose, some have a doubling in the word liberty, and others even feature misaligned edges or a partial missing letter. Every one of these tiny imperfections adds up to big money. Collectors and appraisers look for one thing above all: mint state grade. If your coin is in perfect condition, with no scratches, no wear, and a mirror-like shine, it could be worth a fortune. Some 2018 Lincoln cents graded MS-70 by professional services like PCGS or NGC are so flawless they're compared to museum specimens. These coins aren't just collectibles, they're pieces of modern history. The demand for Lincoln pennies has never been higher. Coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces are buzzing with excitement. Rare 2018 errors have sold at heritage auctions, eBay, and private sales for staggering sums. Some experts believe the price could continue to climb, especially as high-grade specimens disappear into private collections. If you ever find a shiny 2018 penny, look closely, hold it under the light. Check for doubling on the letters, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. Look for unusual lines or ghost-like outlines around Lincoln's face or jacket, and if you see something unusual, don't spend it, get it checked. Even a small variation could mean hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Many collectors say the thrill isn't just about money, it's about discovery, holding history in your hand, owning something that connects you to over a century of American craftsmanship and legacy. The Lincoln penny has been a part of U.S. life for generations, from wartime savings to modern treasure hunts, and the 2018 rare edition reminds us that even in the smallest, simplest objects, there can be incredible value waiting to be found. So next time you get a handful of change, don't just put it away, look closer. That 1-cent coin might just be your ticket to nearly $787,976.50. And a story you'll never forget. If you love coins, rare finds, and the stories behind them, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share this video. Turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new upload, because here on Coins, every day could bring the discovery of a lifetime. Thank you for watching, and remember, treasure is everywhere, sometimes it's just hiding in plain sight.